Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you about the Korean alphabet. You know that Korean has 24 letters, which is broken down to 10 vowels and 14 consonants, whereas when it is with double consonants and diphthong vowels, it becomes 40. That's how we just that's how we just explored in the last episode, in the previous episode. So now there are letters which are coming for us. So the first letter is Giok. At the top, it makes a G sound, and at the bottom, it makes a K sound. Then the next letter is Hanggiok. At the top, it makes a K sound, and at the bottom, it makes a K sound. Just like that. Now let me tell you about Neon. So for about Neon, at the top, it makes a N sound, and at the bottom, it also makes a N sound. Then the next letter is Digud. So at the top, it makes a T sound, and at the bottom, a T sound. Then the next letter is Sangdigud. At the top, it makes a sound, and at the bottom, it does not even exist as a bottom letter. And the next letter is Ryul. And at the top it makes a L sound, and at the bottom also it makes a L sound. Then the next letter is Mium. At the top it makes a M sound, and at the bottom also it makes a M sound, just like Neon. It is the first letter to have both top and bottom sounds the same. And Mium is the second one, not Mium. Riul is the second one and Mium is the third one. Then the next letter is Biup. At the top, it makes a B sound, and at the bottom, it makes a P sound. And the next letter is Sangbyuk. At the top, it makes a P sound, and at the bottom, it does not even exist as a bottom letter, just like Sangdigud. Then the next letter is Shiot. So, this is our third exception here, like Giok and Tigud, as they just do not follow the rule that we will cover in the that we will cover after some time. So Shiot makes a S sound at the top and a T sound at the bottom. And then the next letter is Sangshiot. Along with Sanggyok, it also exists as a bottom letter. At the top, it makes a S sound, and at the bottom, a T sound. Then the next letter is Iung, the circle consonant. At the top, it makes a at the top it is a silent letter, and at the bottom it makes a ng sound, ang, just like in bang. Then the next letter is jiut, which makes a j sound at the top and a t sound at the bottom. Then the next letter is sangjiut, which makes a j sound at the top and does not exist as a bottom letter. Then the next letter is T. At the top, it makes a ch sound, and at the bottom, a t sound. Then the next letter is Kyuk. Now we have come to our last four letters, and Kyuk is the fourth last one. So Kyuk makes a k sound at the top and a k sound at the bottom. Then after that is the letter T, which makes a t sound at the top and a t sound at the bottom. Then the next letter is Pu, the second last. So this becomes So for pube, when it is at the top, it makes a p sound, and at the bottom, a p sound. And finally, the last letter, hu. It makes a h sound at the top and a t sound at the bottom, or maybe it can make a h sound at the bottom also. Maybe I should find out. Then next we are going to talk about vowels. So vowels have no fixed name like consonants, but the sound that they make is their name. For example, there are 21 vowels, 14 14 vowels and 7 diphthongs. That became together 21. So let's start with our first vowel, ah. This makes the same sound in the word car. Then the next letter is e, which also makes the same sound like the word bed. Just if you pronounce the vowel sounds in these, you can identify the same. Then the next letter is ya, which can make the same sound in the word yarn. Then the next letter is ye, which can make the same sound in the word yet. Then the next letter is o, which makes the same sound in the word saw, or something else like it can make a sound also, just like in the same like word like curd. Yes, it's curd. Then the next letter is e, but it's kindly different because not like our previous vowel it is. So for e, it will become a set or 10. Then the next letter is yaw, which is just the same sound in the word yonder. Then the next letter is ye, which is the same sound in the word yellow. Then the next letter is o, which has the same sound in the word home. And finally, it is our first diphthong. But the first four vowels, ye, and ye, they they all are single vowels and cannot be considered as diphthongs. But still, even though they're diphthongs, they are single. So our first diphthong is wa. So there can be, yes, there is a state in Maharashtra called Washim. So you can understand from that. Then after that, we, which makes the same sound in the word where. And finally, the next letter after this is an important exception because this is not OE and it's OE. This makes the same sound in the word wet. Then the next letter is yo, which makes the same sound in the word yolk. Confused? It's the egg yolk. Then the next letter is oo, which makes the same sound in the word moon. Then after that, there is the diphthong again, wo. So from that, we can contain was. It can contain a wo sound, a w sound, and a wa sound. So for wo, an example is won, which is the South Korean currency, and wa, that means was, and wo, that means wonder. And for we, it's the same like our previous vowel, still it makes the same sound in the word wet. Then the next letter is we, which makes the same sound in the word we. Then the next letter is U. Got confused from pie? This makes the same sound in the word you. Then the next letter is U. So this makes the same sound in the word put. Just remember this as a horizontal line. Then ui. This becomes, yes, ui is the last diphthong. This becomes, actually there's no word for this in English. So it will be uisa, which means doctor in Korean. And finally, e. So this becomes meat. This can make the same sound in the word meat. So now you learned all your vowels and consonants, and there were 40 in total. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, in the next episode, we're going to learn about the Unicode blocks where Hangul appears. So, by the way, to bhoja.